So we're going to be looking at key doors and how to implement them into your map. So before I get started, don't forget that you're going to need some things installed before you get going. You're going to need Dungeons Modkit Master, Python 3.8, Java edition of Minecraft, and Minecraft Dungeons, as well as a text editor. So the first thing first is you're going to need to load up the Java edition of Minecraft. We're going to have to go single player and our level of void. So head into here, and you need to bear in mind that with these key doors, you can't rotate them as such. You have to rotate the world around them, and they can be a real pain. So, but anyway, we've got our little level here. It looks a little tiny bit different than it did before. I sort of encapsulated the door here that we put in, and the door here that we put in, and I also put a load of chests that spawn here, just for something to add. And this is where we're going to put the key. The chests you don't have to put in. These were put in Unreal Engine. It's up to you. It's just another place I thought I'd put some chests in here. So anyway, we're going to put the key door in here. It's not going to look very pretty, but it will do the job. I don't want to put it here because I don't know how it's going to work, and it might muck the game up because this spawns more than once. And this is where our enemy spawn is. We could put it here, but I think the best bet is to put it up here. So we're going to place a structure block roughly here, and then we're going to go into it. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to tell it that it's the gate. So we need to give it a structure name of region gate. Then we change the position to 000. Go on to the save function of it, and we need to choose the size. Now the size is unfortunately just a 111 like this. It doesn't go across the map, or it doesn't go this way, dictating the rotation. The rotation is strictly down to the blueprint that comes from Unreal, and we don't really have any control over it like other things. So anyway, we're going to go back into the structure block. We're going to hold down Alt, and we're going to go into the data tag. So the data tag for the gate, that's what we're going to call it, the gold gate, is just this, nothing else but just that. So go back to here, press done. That one is now done, so the gate should spawn here. And then we're going to have to put the key in. So we need another structure block and place the key where you want the key to go. I'm going to put the key in here. I don't know if it's going to load up all right or not, but anyway, I'm going to put the key in here, and I'm going to go into this structure block, and we're going to name this one region gold key. Now this also has to be a one size block, so relative position 0, 0, 0, and then the size 1, 1, 1. And then if we go into the data tag by holding down the Alt again, we're going to need to go and put the tags of gold key and the type of trigger. So we can then go back to the save and press done, and you get the nice little glowing box. So our key will spawn here, and our gate will spawn here. So now we need one more thing called a trigger. So basically what the trigger will do is it will tell the game that it is ready to initialize the key with the door. If you don't have the trigger, you will still have the door, you still have the key, but you won't be able to unlock them, and it will be forever locked even if you have the key in your possession. So the best thing to do for this is, I find, if I put a structure block in here, I'm going to make a trigger going across there, so when the player spawns they have to walk through it. So we're going to go back into this structure block. We are then going to go and name this region key gold objective, because that's what it is, it's an objective. So then we're going to go and we're going to put relative position 0, 0. We are then going to go structure size. I can't remember which way round it is, I can't remember what the size is, but we're going to try that one, press done, and see where that goes. Yeah, so that's fine. Just want to change this to 6. So as you can see, it's going across here, so that when the player spawns here, they have no option but to go through it to go into this door to get that key to come back out to open the door. So back in this structure block, we need to go to the data tag, which is here, and we need to give it some tags. So I've tagged it exactly the same name, or the tag is the same as the name, key gold objectives, and here key gold objective, and then the type is trigger, and that is done. Let me go back here so we can see the box. So hopefully that makes sense. You walk through trigger and it starts to rain, typical way. So you walk through the trigger, you go click the key, you then open the door and you can continue. So now once that's done, we can save and quit, minimize the game. So now we need to navigate back to our Dungeons modding folder. We need to go to modding, Dungeons Modkit Master, and then tools and Java World to object group. Now we need to bring those things back that we've just placed in there so the game knows where they are. So we need to double click the Java World to object group, bring up a little black box. This is Python, so you need Python 3.8 installed, as I said previously, and then we need to find out where it is. So our void level is here, so we need to go to our saves directory and then void, select folder. Then we need to go to within the Dungeons Modkit Master, Dungeons Content, Data, Lovica, Object Groups, Test, and this one here we need to overwrite. So I'm going to copy this path because it's quite long, and I'm going to paste it up here, and then it says Object Group here, and I'm going to save it. Yes. So once that is saved, we can open this file up and we can have a look and make sure that everything is as it should be. So here it is here, you can see this is our object group. Now what we did is within main 1 we put the key gold objective, we put the gold gate, and then within, I can't remember which one it was now, it was in one of them, the cave, I think we put the gold key. So that's all the structure blocks that we put in there. You can see here, this is where I put the loot chest and stuff like that in the other update that I did that I actually haven't videoed. I just said I was going to do something, and that's what I went off and done. So we can see that they're all working, and that's brilliant. So we can minimize that. We now need to go back to Lovica folder, levels, and then archhaven.json, and then within here we need to add some stuff. So the first thing we can add is the challenges if we haven't got challenges. So I've got this already typed out so I don't try and make any mistakes. So above fill, what I'm going to do is press enter and then paste here and then put a comma. So this is saying for the challenges that the ID is only gold key, the trigger is gold key objective, so this will be whatever your name of your objective was for your trigger. Your trigger thing that was here, no, it was up here on main 1, so it will be here, key gold objective, key gold objective. Because see, the tiles don't really know what that does, but they had it in the game file, so I've put it in there and it seems to work okay. And then we're saying on click of object, this object here, count, so that's how many times it spawns 1. The location of it is, I don't care what tile, but as long as it says gold gate. So if you've got more than one structure block that says gold gate, you want to reference the tile that it's on. So ours is on main 1, so we would put main 1 dot star dot gold gate rather than star dot star. So the star is like a wild card here. And then the key location also is a star because that's on a different one anyway, and we've only got one gold key, so we only need to do it. And then we're telling it that it is type of gold, so you could put silver in there and it would spawn a silver key. So then the next thing that we need to do is go up to our main 1 tile. So here's our tiles, not our stretches main 1, our tiles main 1. Make sure you get that right. And then you can see here we've got teleports and things like this. We need to put the challenge reference in here. So under where it says main 1, I'm going to chuck this in here. Let me sort it out because it looks a bit horrible. And you can see here that I'm saying that within tiles main 1, it has a challenge only gold key, and then we can find only gold key. It comes under challenge and it will pull this challenge data through. So we can save that, and that is pretty much everything that we need to set up a key door. So once you've done that, let's minimize, and then we can go back to the Dungeons Modkit Master. Now because we haven't changed anything anywhere else other than the level JSONs, we can just go straight and package the file up. Now this runs really quick, it's stupidly quick. If you wanted to, you can edit this and type pause in there, I think it is, and then it will pause waiting for any key. So you can actually see that it's compressing 100%. So there's a little tip there if you're not sure if it's done or if it's gone too quick, because sometimes if the game's running you actually get an error 13, I think it is. So I do that and then press space. Now we just got to load up dungeons, load the level up, and see if our key door is there. So as you see, we're in dungeons now. We go to our mission select, and then we're going to choose Archhaven. So hopefully we're going to see a key door in here, the gold one. It might not be the right orientation, as I've said before, but we'll find out as soon as it loads, and then we'll sort it out afterwards if it's not. Well, anyway, there you go. There is our key door. It is the right orientation and it's loaded. So let's go see if we can open it. So no, it hasn't opened it. So I'm going to go through here, and you can see our keys here. So I'm going to grab that, run back through, and our key door is unlocked. So we can get it working. It might not be the right thing that you want. Bear in mind that when it does come back, and if you've got a wall that runs into, or parallel to it like this, you might want to make it 1 or 3 wide, just because it clips and it doesn't look very nice. But like this, it's not too bad. It's just a bit bigger than my walls. So, and it's all fully, you can't go through it or anything, so it's all correct. And this was the other thing that I put in here, but I'm on like level 25 there and I'll get owned because my armor's not the best. But anyway, if you wanted a different door, there's lots of different doors you need to know. There's F model. So within F model you can find out the doors. They are in dungeons, content, decor, prefabs, DoorExit, and these are located here. They've got gold and they've got silver depending on which ones they want. Now bear in mind some do have different orientations and they can be a real pain. So if you wanted to play with the orientations, what I'll do is I'll show you that now. So what we do is we go back to our level JSON, our Archhaven level JSON, and we would find our tile main one. So the first tile that we've got, if you've got connecting doors on it like we have, proper connecting doors, not random connecting doors, you want to force the first one and then it should force the rest of them to be in sequence. So anyway, under this here you want to put rotations, and then we need that, and then what rotation. So it only works in 90 degrees at a time, so I don't know what the default is, so I'm just going to put it on 90, and then I'm going to have a comma, then we're going to load up dungeons and we'll see what it is. So I've literally just forced it to be 90 degrees and it's came back the same way, so we're going to knock it back a different rotation. We're going to chuck that at 0 and hopefully that'll be different, so I'll pack it up and see you in a minute. So here we go. As I've said, we have now rotated the whole map, we fixed it, and the door is completely knackered. It is so annoying. If you've built your map and you've done a lot of work on it and you've got it used to one rotation or orientation, and then you put a key door in and it's completely knackered it out and another one won't fit, it's a pretty good chance you're going to have to rotate your map, just like we did to make it suit. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way, I don't think anyone's found a way of rotating these other than rotating your map. I've had a play and I can't find it out. It's done my head in, to be honest with you. But it is what it is, and we just have to learn, live and move on. So just be cautious when you're putting these in that you have your map the right orientation. Otherwise you might be kicking yourself. You can use, I think there was some program where you can rotate and copy and do things to Java edition of Minecraft, but it does bug out a bit, and if you've done a lot of work it doesn't do the structure blocks, so it's not the best. So yeah, this one is knackered now. I mean, it will still work, keys here, it will still work, but it's just not implemented very well. But anyway, hopefully this video has helped you out if you're trying to put key doors in or things like that. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos on Minecraft Dungeons, modding and general updates, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.